Hey guys, how are you all doing? Today I have a little bit of a different video for you, as I don't even know what I'm going to title this one. Today's one is just so scrambled, so many different kinds of news. I don't know, it's just kind of cool the way we have so many different varieties in today's video. So yeah, I'm Mysticle, and in today's video, I'm bringing you quite a bit of variety. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start off with a good piece of news for Quest users, as the Quest has been unblocked in Germany. The Quest 2 has actually been blocked in Germany for a little bit now, and while you weren't able to buy the Quest in Germany, you were still able to get it into Germany through other methods, like using Amazon from a different country and essentially getting it imported. But you couldn't buy it directly in Germany, and this caused a lot of problems for a lot of different users. For example, if you needed to get something replaced or something RMA'd, you needed to ship it out of the country. A Meta spokesperson told German news outlet Heiss Online? I'm sorry, I don't speak German. Quest Pro will also be sold in Germany as soon as possible. While Meta was never officially banned from selling hardware in Germany, it voluntarily suspended VR headset sales just before the release of the Quest 2 after announcing a Facebook account would be required to use them. Heiss Online reports this move had caused the German FCO to initiate abuse proceedings, the likely trigger for Meta's decision. But yeah, Meta has now removed the Facebook account requirement, which means they should be allowed back into Germany. To quote, "Meta has responded to our concerns and offered a solution by creating a separate Meta account for using the Quest," the president of German FCO said. However, the FCO isn't finished with the investigation. It says it's also looking into the question of connecting of data processed within the framework of the various Meta services. Returning to German market means the Quest 2 will now be taking on the Pico 4, which offers superior hardware at a lower price. Because yeah, the Pico 4 wasn't banned in Germany. Again, people didn't really care. They got the Quest 2 into Germany in other ways, but I am happy to see that they are getting unbanned there, as that is quite a large VR market. And as a matter of fact, we've got quite a few people watching from Germany, so hello to you guys. This one has been brought to my attention by, at this point, multiple different people now, but I think it kind of started off on the Slime VR server. Sony has begun development on a motion capture tool or device, or something using both AI, which is artificial intelligence, of course, and motion tracking. It's called the Mocopi, or Mocopi, and it captures the movement of a whole body with small and lightweight equipment. Look kind of familiar? Yeah, we've been seeing a lot more of these now. A software development kit will be provided to enable linkage with services for the metaverse, etc. Certainly making it seem like this could work on something like the PSVR 2. It's easy creation for motion capture indoors and outdoors, and because it's small, you could probably wear it outdoors and not be completely ridiculed. Sony has released the mobile motion capture tool Mocopi, or Mocopi, that realizes real-time motion capture input to motion capture and VR, virtual reality, with only a small and lightweight sensor using proprietary technology and a smartphone. Dedicated application will be released. This product can be purchased and reserved at Sony's internet direct sales site, Sony Store. Pre-order sales are scheduled to start in mid-December. Now, this is a translation from Google from Japanese, so it might not be perfect, but hear me out. The product not only makes it possible to easily create avatar videos and motion data that include whole body movements indoors and outdoors, but also as a motion input device. It is possible to operate avatars in real time with compatible services such as VR chat. Normally, video production using a motion capture requires dedicated equipment and operators. By utilizing our proprietary algorithm, Mocopi realizes highly accurate motion measurements with a small number of sensors, freeing VTubers and creators involved in movie and animation production from time and place constraints. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. VR chat. VR chat has led the industry in the area of full body tracking using PC VR headsets. With the introduction of Sony's Mocopi, we are pleased to be able to provide the same functionality for standalone VR headsets. There are various VR headsets on the market. In combination with Mocopi, we would like users of all headsets to fully experience the full tracking functions of VR chat. So it is capable of standalone full body tracking on things like the Quest, but apparently it does a lot more than this. I'll leave an article down below. I'm not sure which ones YouTube is actually going to allow me to leave, as they've been very unpredictable with their link sharing recently. But essentially, apparently it also does positioning, which is really, really interesting. How accurate it will be, we will only get to see. Either way, it's very interesting that Sony is getting into this market, and I'm very happy that they're focusing on full body, whereas Meta decided legs are not important. So it's nice to see other companies realizing the fact that some people might want to crush some skulls in Blade and Sorcery. I mean, apparently that's the thing most people jump to when I throw them into Blade and Sorcery. Just instantly try kicking the person and it doesn't work and they like kick the table instead. I guess giving them that freedom would be nice, you know, Meta. Tilt 5 has launched The Lab for community-made games and experiences. Tilt 5 is a company that made an AR headset for board games, if that makes any sense whatsoever. In fact, it's a headset that I was quite interested in. Tilt 5 owners are able to browse the project collected in the lab and download them to use with their headsets. The current selection is small, but it includes various small demos that Upload VR have tried earlier this year at Gamescom, such as the Fantasy Forest Tech demo and the Tilt 5 demo pack, alongside projects from other teams and developers. I love the idea of board games in AR. In fact, since Demio has gotten its AR mode, I have not played it in any other way. And while pass-through still isn't beautiful and amazing, there's just something incredible about seeing a non-real board game right there on your table in real life, seeing the real world around it, but the game itself not being real. Also, the fantastic part here is the game itself doesn't have to follow the laws of physics anymore, which means things that wouldn't happen in normal board games can happen right there on your table in front of you, like explosions and other things. So I'm a big fan of this idea, and them allowing more freedom and creativity by creating something like The Lab is something I greatly approve. The Tilt 5 is one of the most promising consumer AR headsets available right now, delivering market-leading field of view when viewing content reflected from its game board. The catch is that you still need an external computing device to power the glasses and can only see the AR content when it's backed by the retroflective material found in the game board. However, Tilt 5 leans into this constraint by focusing on the tabletop gamers who want to gather around the board to play AR experiences. So there are a few downsides, but it is supposedly a pretty darn good AR headset for tabletop gamers. Pretty cool. Star Wars Squadrons, a game that a lot of people have been massive fans of, is now free on the Epic Games Store. So that's just some information for you right there. It's free for the next week. Well, it was actually free for a week since November 24th, so you don't have a lot of time left. So in case that is a game that interests you and you have a VR-ready gaming PC, jump onto the Epic Games Store and get the game for yourself. It's free. I mean, why wouldn't you? Or you know what? Maybe even get it without a VR-ready gaming PC, because you might get that sometime in the future, and at least you'll have the game. Now, Meta, while they are spending a lot on VR and, you know, getting into the metaverse side of things, they apparently are spending a lot more on the AR aspect and AR glasses. And if you ask me, that makes quite a bit of sense, as I think AR, when it does come out and when it is released correctly, is going to basically take over our daily lives, especially for people that are already wearing glasses, like me. I mean, why wouldn't I want to put a bunch of tech in this? So AR could be used daily by thousands of people, you know, walking around the streets, navigation, things like that. Things that you would use your phone for. And VR, while still amazing and great, is mostly used as a way of detachment from the real world. But the scale at which Meta is truly focusing on the AR aspect is really large. Most AR and VR spending is building AR glasses. Horizon is less than 10%. Over 50% of Meta's AR and VR spending has been going towards the development of AR glasses. Reuters reports Mark Zuckerberg gave Meta staffers a rundown of the company's spending in an all-hands meeting last week. He said 20% of Meta's total budget is going towards Reality Labs, the company's AR and VR division. Within Reality Labs, over 50% of that spending is going towards research and development of AR glasses, around 40% to virtual reality, and around 10% to first-party content such as Horizon. And to be honest, that makes you think. If they put a lot more money into first-party content like AAA VR games, how much good VR games could we be getting out of this? I mean, Meta has bought a lot of game studios, and those game studios have come out with some fantastic titles. For example, Lone Echo, great title. And I think a lot of people want more of those kinds of titles. A lot of people are saying, you know, we don't have enough VR games, we don't have enough high quality content, and Meta definitely has the money to do that. A lot of people are saying, we don't want new hardware, we want new content. Let me know if you agree with that down below. And what do you think about Meta spending so little on first-party content? Now, an exciting little thing for, I guess this could be called a success for VR in some way, as more and more companies and people are focusing on the metaverse or VR and just like that kind of aspect of things. The Super Smash Bros. Creator has said that VR is truly the perfect fit for some games. And I mean, that's true, yeah. And we kind of already knew that. There's nothing new here. VR is a perfect fit for so many different games. The true win here is the fact that he isn't coming out and saying that VR is useless and that it's a gimmick and that nobody is going to use it ever. In his video series introducing aspiring developers to the basics of game development, the Super Smash Bros. Creator recommends viewers give VR a try to understand what it does uniquely well. And in case you guys want to read the full article from Upload VR, I'm going to leave a link down below. It is truly interesting, give it a read, but I'm not going to read it all out here because it would make this video way too long. Okay, and just before we finish, massive announcement. Tomorrow, or maybe today, I don't know when this video is actually going to be out, I'm heading over to Rotterdam to check out the Pimax portal. And while I've made multiple announcements about this, I'm also going to announce it in this video. If you guys have any questions, have anything you'd like me to check out or ask, make sure to put it down in the comment section below. And I guess I'll see you in 3 days, because that's when I'm going to be back. Either way, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. And if you did, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this one works too. But let me know why down in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and check out our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spice memes. Thank you so much to the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, paying my bills, paying my subscriptions, and helping me make these videos better. And as usual, if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.